What's up, underdogs? You ever wonder what it takes to go from a small rec league player to a state-dominated JV phenom? What if I told you the key to that transformation might be something you already have, but haven't tapped into it yet? Well, stick around, because today's guest, Milan Clark, went from just another kid on the court to a record-breaking force, leading her team to an undefeated season. Her journey is packed with grit, heart, and lessons you don't want to miss. So stay tuned for her story right after this message from our sponsor. Full Court Dreams, the Underdawgs Voice, is proudly sponsored by Rehab 2 Perform. Are pain or injuries keeping you on the sidelines? Our friends at Rehab 2 Perform have you covered. Now open in Owens Mills with 9 other locations across the DMV. R2P will get you back in the game and ready to perform. Visit rehab2perform.com and start your journey to peak performance today. Alright, so what's up, underdogs? Welcome back to another episode of Full Court Dreams, the Underdawgs Voice, where we bring the story of grit, grind, and greatness. I'm your host, Coach Q, and today we have a very special young lady who's been making waves on the court since she was a little baller. She's a big baller now, I guess. She's a scoring machine, a defensive nightmare for her opponents, and she only just getting started. Please welcome to the show, Milan Clark. Big old crowd in here clapping for you and stuff like that. What's good? What's good, Milan? What's good?
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad to have you. We're excited to have you on the show today. So, what's been going on? We're going to kick it off with a little something. So let me kick it off with the question I ask everybody that comes on this show. I don't care if it's my mother. I ask my mother the same thing. So even though she ain't been on the show yet, she keep on asking me, and I'm telling her, nah, we ain't doing that. But what does an underdog means to you?
So what an underdog means to me is you basically have to work harder than others to get where you want to be.
Okay. All right. Do you ever consider yourself as an underdog?
Yeah.
Definitely. Or, All right. Okay. Why is that? Why do you consider yourself as an underdog?
Well, it was really when I started first playing AAU is when I really felt like I was an underdog. Like, I really had to work harder than all the other people on my team. Even though I was doing what I needed to do, it was just more work for me.
Oh, okay. All right. Understandable. That's understandable. So we're going to go back a little bit, though, right? We're going to go back to where everything started, right? So you started playing basketball in the 3rd grade?
Yeah.
All right. So take us back to what first got you into basketball. Was it love at first dribble?
So my friend had introduced me to a rec team that she played on. So I went there. I started practicing with them. I already knew it was going to be something that I liked. So it was definitely love at first dribble.
Okay. All right. You want to shout their front out? Who introduced you to the game? All right. So did it take some time for you to find your groove?
Yeah, it definitely did. The beginning was very rough, but it got easier as I kept going to practices and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Was you this tall when you first started playing?
Yeah, I was the tallest.
Did they try to put you on a box? Like,
no.
Did they try to put you at center because you was the tallest one?
No, they still had me hanging that ball up.
Oh, okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure they ain't try to put you in there. All right. So you played for who? What you played for a rec team?
Yeah, Liberty Road.
All right. So you played for Liberty Road rec team until the age of until 6th grade.
Yes.
All right, and then you made a jump to the Merlin Bells AAU team. So what was that transition like, going from rec ball to the AAU circuit? Did it feel like your whole like a whole new world for you?
It definitely did. The competition was way higher. Like, it was way more difficult to like just jump in and start playing with like better players.
That was hard.
Yeah, and it wasn't just the people we were playing against, it was the people on my team. So they were very skilled as well. And it wasn't something I was used to.
Okay. How fast did it take you to catch up?
I'd say about, well, it didn't take that long. I'd say about 5 months.
Okay. You learn quick. It took 5 months. You learn. Sometimes it take people years to catch up. But once you put that work in, you can catch up to a lot of people. Because when people start becoming real good or think they real good, they stop putting that work in. Yeah. So you catch up with a lot of people that does that. So hold on 1 second. Do me a favor. Turn that like towards you a little bit. That light. No, this way towards me. Yep, there you go. Oh, not that part, but we good. Right. We good. Thanks for that. So, AAU ball. All right, then you now from AAU ball, right? 6th grade. Middle school ball is next, right? So middle school ball is where a lot of people really start thinking about taking basketball serious at that level. So they start getting serious about basketball. So, what middle school did you play for?
I played for Deer Park.
All right. So at Deer Park, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced during those years?
Well, on that team, that was the first team where I actually felt like a leader. So I actually had to lead the team, and like first game, obviously I played good. So now my teammates and my coaches are expecting more from me.
Right. So how did that go?
I mean, it went good. Like I definitely had good teammates that I still play with now. So that was definitely a needed experience.
So did y'all win any championships over there?
No.
I ain't bring home no, because I'm at Deer Park now, and I ain't see no banner for y'all.
That didn't work out.
So what was one of the biggest challenges? So being that leader was one of the biggest challenges that you had to overcome.
That was the first time I've actually had to lead a team, so it was kind of difficult at first, but then I got used to it.
Okay. All right. Make sure you a little bit on the mic. All right. Okay. All right. So how many did you play all your years there while you was there?
No, I didn't. For 8th grade, I went to Northwest, but I didn't play.
You ain't play at Northwest?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Why did you go to Northwest? Because of the address change and stuff? Or you just wanted to get out of Deer Park?
Kind of both.
Deer Park is getting. Look, I've been there for 3 years. This is my 3rd year at Deer Park. So, and then we got a new principal.
Yeah.
So, Deer Park starting to get back on track. It's like this year, I think, going to be a great year. Last year was kind of, first year I was there, it was kind of rocky. And the second year got a little better. But this year, like, the week started off real great this week. I think it's going to be a better school going forward. It's doing better. It's doing better. So, give props to the administration at Deer Park. All right, so let's fast forward. Now we're going to high school. All right, so now you at Newtown High, baby. You at Newtown. We about to get a championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, we about to get it. Don't nobody know yet, but we about to get a championship. So we just announced it on a podcast. So we got to do it. So you last year, you played JV. And you led the team in scoring. You led the team to their first undefeated season. And that's no small feat. I mean, so what was it like for you, both on and off the court, far as playing JV?
So on the court, I definitely want to give a shout out to my teammates because they helped. It was all of us. It was the team thing that led us to being 17-0. And also, some people on our team, they didn't really play basketball. So it's like I'm playing, like I'm their teammate, but I'm also telling them what to do on the court.
Right.
Like introducing them to new things that they didn't know before.
Right.
But it was definitely fun playing with them. I really enjoyed playing with that team.
Yeah, y'all averaged 70 points a game.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, you know that?
No.
Yeah, y'all average 70 points a game.
It's crazy.
70 points.
Yeah. Shout out to us.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. Y'all average 70 points a game. All right, but so this season though coming up is going to be challenging.
Way more challenging.
Yeah, it's going to be way more challenging this season coming up. We're moving up to varsity. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of challenges, and I'm a personal friend of your head coach. So he told me he's really going to challenge you this year, like that. You know, when you was talking about in middle school how to become that, you had to be that leader.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, your coach told me that he's really going to challenge you to become that next leader of that team, because we're going to need that. You know, when the rest of these girls are gone, the rest of the singers that we got this year are gone, and then one of our top players are out for the rest of the year. So, yeah, tore her MCL because she didn't want to listen to me. And I ain't even gonna put her on blast, but I'm just so mad about that. So, all right, varsity's coming up next. It's gonna be a great experience. I think it is. It's gonna be a great experience.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real good experience. So, I play high school AAU this year. And you played for Team Melo this year, which is a big name in around here in basketball. They're really trying to get their foot into the EYBL circuit.
Yeah.
So how did playing for Team Melo shape your game and your mindset as an athlete this year?
Well, for my game and my mindset, it was definitely the coaches. Like the coaches, they had a lot of faith in me. They put me in positions where they knew I would get better in, and they encouraged me a lot.
Okay, all right. Shout out to the coaches at Team Melo. So, what was the biggest thing you had to overcome as far as that team?
Probably adapting to my teammates, because I've never played with any of those girls before.
Okay.
Nobody on that team has played with each other, so we really just had to adapt to each other's game because we really didn't know each other like that.
All right, so when I talked to one of your coaches, they told me you had a big game in, what was it, Houston?
Yes.
I think you had like 8 threes or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the game. Yeah, you was going off down in Houston that game. How did that feel?
I felt very comfortable that game. Like being encouraged by my teammates and the coaches, it felt really good.
Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the mental side of the game, right? So with all the success you had early on, how do you stay grounded and keep your hunger to improve?
It's really just, even though I probably don't feel like going outside and working, I know that I have to get better. So that's definitely a big thing.
Okay. All right. So what's your routine look like?
So after school, I come home, do some work. I probably relax for a little bit. Then I go outside, get some shots up, probably go to the court, do some drills, and come back home.
All right. So as a student athlete, how do you balance the demand of schoolwork, because you got AP classes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So how do you manage the demands of schoolwork and training? I know a lot of young players listening right now struggles with that. So what is your strategy as far as managing your schoolwork and training? Because again, me and your high school coaches best friends. So his strategy is you got to have a 2.5 grade point average at least, because Baltimore County is 2.0.
Yeah.
But for us, it's a 2.5. And anything below a 2.5, you're on academic probation. So how are you going to plan on managing your schoolwork and training and keeping that average?
So obviously schoolwork comes first.
Yep.
So I always have to stay on top of that. So talk to teachers, coach classes if needed. Always finish homework. Even if you're tired, don't try to save it for later because you're going to be busy with training. So schoolwork always comes first, though. It's definitely like talking to teachers a lot, seeing if they can give you extra time. So,
yeah. If you like, I mean, that's the best thing. I'm a teacher, and so that's the best thing. I tell my class, like, if you feel as though you need extra time, let me know. I don't have no problem giving you extra time, but if you ain't truthful with me, you just putting off stuff, then I can't help you.
Yeah.
Right. And as coaches, like, we have to do a better job. So we're gonna do a better job at study hall. It ain't no, can I run across the street and get nope. Nope. No. You ain't run across the street, go get no wings and fries and subs and all that, walk around the building. And they checking us now. So like you're not gonna be able to walk through the buildings no more. They putting you straight out.
Mm.
Yeah. If you ain't doing no activity, putting you straight out. Now to stop all them kids from staying there till 10 o'clock at night. I ain't get that. Like you ain't had nothing to do. Like you wasn't playing no sport or nothing last year. You standing in the school building till 10 o'clock at night.
I don't understand that either.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like why you ain't go home yet? Yeah, so I mean that's a good strategy to have, man. And look, only thing you have to do is be like, Coach Steve, I'm going to be late for practice today because I got to finish this. Mm-hmm. Or I can't make it to practice today because I got to finish this. As long as it has something to do with schoolwork, you will not be penalized, playing time or nothing like that. As long as I'm just going to lecture you like, man, you need to get your stuff done. But other than that, no. So, all right. So you had some major accomplishments already, but I'm sure, you got some big goals for yourself, for the future. So what's next for Milan Clark? Where do you see yourself in the next few years?
College basketball.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't have it fully together yet, but I know that's where I want to be.
All right. So what are some schools you like?
All the schools are far. So probably, this is big, but South Carolina.
Oh, I mean, look. Well, who did I tell you remind me of?
Raven Johnson.
Exactly. So you remind me of Raven Johnson. You hear that, Dawn? If you're listening somewhere, if you ever get to hear this, look, Dawn, I am really trying to come to your practice. Like, what's up? I'm gonna email you again because you playing games. I am really trying to come to your practice. Like, I already been in UConn practice. So I'm really trying to come to your practice, Don, because I love the way you coach, and I want to see how you run your practice, so I can copy off of you, take it. So I really want to come to your practice. I'm gonna email her again. Because one of my goals before COVID was to hit a university every summer. Mm-hmm. My dream university that I wanted to go see. So before COVID, I hit UConn. That was my first school I wanted to go to. So I drove 6 hours. Me and my homeboy, my other coach, he coached at Overly now. He just got the job at Overly, Coach Austin. So me and him drove 6 hours up to UConn to watch that. I think this is the year. Did Paige come that year? Yeah. Yep. So it was that year. I think it was her first year. I think. And Mir's first year before Mia left. Yeah. So yeah, it was. I like that practice. I got a play called UConn for y'all too. Y'all running right, but I'm telling you, 90% of the time this play works. I'm telling you, 90% of it's something like Carolina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something like that. But 90% of the time this play works.
Okay.
I used to run it in AAU all the time. If the big sets the screen right, it always works. 90% of the time. So don't worry about it. We get it together. So I gotta ask, with all the training and games and school, how do you wind down? Like, what's something that might surprise people about you that you do off the court that I don't even know?
Well, so I have 3 dogs, so I love hanging out with my dogs. Probably in the backyard with them playing fetch or something. And I've also gotten into just randomly baking stuff. So definitely baking, playing with my dogs, or being with my sisters.
So what's the thing you like to bake the most? Like, what's your favorite thing to bake?
Anything that involves cinnamon buns. So I would like add like cookie dough in it and stuff.
Do it come out right?
Yes, all the time.
What kind of dogs do you have?
I have 2 pit bulls. One's a girl, one's a boy, and I have 1 Shih Tzu.
I have a little toy poodle upstairs that is scared to come out his cage. He come out his cage when he wants to. Like when my wife not home, when I come home from work, I take him outside. He comes right back in. He gets back in his cage. I think it's because he ain't never used to do that. I just think he's getting old. Yeah, he's getting real. But when my wife come home, he act like a doggone puppy again.
Oh, she's the favorite.
Yeah. I don't know why. All females is favorite to him. Like he'll balk at a male all day long. But all females, I'm like, man, you know me for 10 years, 11 years, and you still balking at me. Like, get away from me. You still balking at me. Like, leave me alone, AJ. His name AJ. So I'm like, leave me alone. That's my man. I be messing with him. That's my man. I be messing with him. So, you have another hobby that I found out about that I had to sneak and ask your parents about because I was getting you a Christmas gift?
Oh, Legos.
Yeah.
Yes, I love Legos.
You see that? I used to like Legos when I was younger too. Y'all got the new upgraded Legos. Our Legos was just like red, green, and yellow pieces. Y'all got Star Wars and everything. Y'all got Star Wars. We just had the red, green, yellow pieces, the one man and the one woman. Like Lego really improved. Like tag Lego. Yeah. You got to do it now. Yeah. So, before we wrap up, so give me so we're gonna go to college basketball. All right. So who are your top 5 college basketball players?
So ever since you told me that I play like Raven Johnson, like that day, I went on YouTube and I started like watching her.
Uh-huh.
So she's up there.
Okay.
Definitely Paige.
Okay.
Can't really think of anyone else.
Juju?
Oh, Juju, yeah.
Jayla Williams? Her and Juju used to battle in high school. Juju and Jayla used to battle. Jayla is at Jayla is at Arizona right now. Yeah, Jayla is at Arizona. What about Fawale? With South Carolina.
I don't really like look at them like that. It was really just Paige and Raven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. How do you watch a lot of basketball?
I watched a lot of South Carolina games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, watch a whole lot of those games.
Yeah, they're
yeah, watch a whole lot and see how they like move the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch a whole lot of those games. It's because you're gonna be doing a whole lot of that. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about passing and cutting for 30 minutes? No shooting, no layups, nothing. Just passing and cutting for 30 minutes. Do you think that'll get you in shape?
Yeah, it's definitely effective. I mean, it's a lot, but it definitely works.
Yeah, it will get you right in shape. So be prepared to do that this season. Oh passing and cutting for 30 minutes and 40 minutes of hell. So y'all ain't do 40 minutes of hell last year in JV. So when I started doing that in the day, they was like, why you ain't make us do this at the beginning of the year? Why you gonna make us do it now? Like, cause you lazy. That's why.
It's just a lot, but we know it works.
Yeah. So it's gonna, and we need to like this year because I don't know what's coming. Like when tryouts come. So we're not that big. We're not that big. So we're gonna have to be really, really in shape to press the whole game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't afford to give up 3 and 4 offensive rebounds and letting people shoot 3 and 4 times in one possession because we're small. So we got to box out, we got to press, we got to get as many turnovers as we can this year. So what are you looking forward to the most?
Him handling the team, like being point guard and like constructing everybody. I'm just excited to do that for some reason. I don't know.
Hey, look, I got faith in you to do that. This team needs that. Like, this team really needs somebody that's going to really direct them in a direction that they need to go in. And I don't expect for you to grab it right away.
Yeah.
Only thing I expect for you to do is try and see and ask questions. And then another good thing to do, like watch, like you said, you watch Raven, right? Like really, really watch how she controls the game. Like watch great point guards. Watch how like she control the game. Watch how like even Nika Moore for UConn.
Mm-hmm.
Watch her old film. Like when Paige was hurt, and watch how she controlled the game. Like ain't nobody expect for her to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So like watch really, really good point guards and just watch how they orchestrate the game. That's how I learned. I learned how to play basketball by watching Magic Johnson.
Mm.
And Magic Johnson was just he was the master at controlling his offense. He was the master at doing that. So yeah, why you want to get better at being a point guard? Watch the greatest point guards ever.
Yeah.
And that will help you out. It will help you out. All right. So what about your top 5 WNBA players? Do you watch the WNBA?
Sometimes. I know who my number 1 is.
Who?
AJ Wilson.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay. Asia Wilson, that's the number 1?
Yes.
Yeah, Asian, my girl. Yeah.
Yeah, she's nice.
She's your number 1?
Yes.
All right, who's your number 2?
Angel.
Yeah,
definitely Angel. I watch a lot of her highlights.
Okay. Angel, big dog. She about to come out with a podcast. Yeah, she about to come out with a podcast. So 3 more.
I don't. I want to put Caitlin at 4, but I don't know who would be 3.
All right, so I'm gonna do this. If you was the point guard, what other 4 players would you have around you in the WNBA? If you was the point guard,
so I already said AJ, Angel. Nobody else is really popping up.
Nobody's really popping up. Enrique?
Yes, and it's another Kelsey Plum. Yes,
I love Kelsey Plum.
Yeah,
and now that's another. If you're gonna watch WNBA, watch how Kelsey Plum controls the team. Oh, Kelsey is a beast.
Yes,
I really love her game. She's an absolute beast. So we got NBA, we got your 5 for college, your 5 for the WNBA. So you mentioned you like bacon.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned you got 3 dogs. All right. So who's your best friend?
my best friend is Kimura.
Cool.
Kimura, yes.
Did she go up with somebody?
Yeah, she goes to Newtown.
When did she become your best friend?
She been my best friend.
When?
Since like elementary school.
Oh, I didn't know she followed you up Newtown. Did she follow you up Newtown?
Yeah, we both agreed to go there.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go back a little bit more about. I want to hear more about this. Like Merlin Bells, you played from you was in 6th grade to when? So what?
Probably, I want to say 8th. Yeah.
8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they said they wasn't gonna have a high school team.
Didn't.
What they did?
They kept telling us they weren't gonna have one. Then they just, when we were already decided on what teams were gonna go on, they just popped out with one. And nobody wanted to go back anyway.
So what are we doing for the future for us at AAU? Are you decided on what you're gonna do for your future for AAU or?
I've talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom said she wouldn't mind me taking like a year off just to work.
Mm-hmm.
Because AAU, it has some ups and downs.
Dude, I look. Trust me, I know where you're coming from. I can't stand it. Yeah, I don't know. Like to me, and I want to do this, and I'm gonna try to do it because I did it, and I don't know why Under Armour stopped it. I really think, it was proven to me when I started. So I had a 3-on-3 league with Under Armour, but I had young kids playing in it, and a couple of middle school kids. Now, some of these middle school kids and young kids, I knew who they were, and when they played that 3-on-3. After that league, you saw them get so much better. They got better like fast playing that 3-on-3 league. So I might try to do it next summer. I just think it's better, especially for younger kids, if they play 3-on-3 instead of 5-on-5.
Yeah.
I think if you're in elementary school till the 6th grade, you should only play 3-on-3 basketball. You shouldn't play 5-on-5. Because for one, 5-on-5, you don't get that many touches. 5-on-5, you hide. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you really don't want the ball, you're going to sit in the corner all day. 3-on-3, none of them kids could not hide.
Yeah.
So even the kids that was really bad got really good because they couldn't hide. So I'm really thinking about pushing to do a 3-on-3 soon. So I'm really pushing to do that next year. Trying to do it. Me and my homeboys, we talk about doing it. Me, Coach Hodge, and Coach Austin, we talk about doing it. The only thing about it is finding coaches and good coaches. I don't want nobody that's not that don't know how to develop the coach with me. I can't. I nope. And that's only because my love for the game do not allow me to work with people that don't know how to develop kids.
There's definitely a lot of coaches like that.
Yeah, I can't do that. My promise to myself, because I started out coaching football. So my promise to myself was, if I'm going to coach, I got to do it the right way. So when I was coaching football, I picked up every book that I could possibly get on linemen, teaching how to block, wide receivers, running routes, knowing what routes they are, everything to learn about football. Because I didn't want to. I'm gonna coach them. If you're gonna coach guys, like, do it the right way. Like, learn, and I'm still learning. Like, constantly educate yourself. We tell our kids to do it, but we don't do it. Like, for real, like, we tell our kids to put the work in, but we don't put the work in as coaches. You know what I mean? You ain't sitting up all night studying the film and looking at, other great coaches. Majority of us not. Like, just say you're not doing it. Don't sit up here and say, yeah, I'm doing it. No, come on. I had sleep. My wife used to get like, what are you doing? Like, for real. I study because I feel bad. I mean, come on, man. If your parents is paying for a service, and that service is to get you better, right? And if you want to pay me to get you better, I'm gonna do my best to try to get you better. But if I don't know something, I'm going to ask somebody, or I'm going to look it up. So when we come back together, I can see. Like, if you ask me a question like, Coach, what about this and I don't know, I'm gonna say, all right, next practice we're gonna go over that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or something like that. So I can make sure you get the right answer and stuff like that. So coaches, we have to do better, because especially around this area, and in the Baltimore area, I think we let our kids down by not really developing them the right way. And that's why they go to DC and go on those teams to make, PG County is a tough place to play. But a lot of our kids are leaving this area because of the development factor. Yeah. The development factor, so that's not good. All right, so all right, before we wrap it up, for all our young hoopers out there that's listening, all right, so what's one piece of advice you would give them as they chase their own basketball dream?
This is a problem that I had. So even if you already think that you got all this stuff down, you think you're good, there's always room for improvement. So there's definitely more that you need to do. Even if you think you got it, there's definitely more you can do.
All right. Great. So y'all hear that? Do not stop working. So I'm about to do I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm thinking about doing a piece, a talk about entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, being around basketball, do you think it's a rise of entitlement?
Yeah.
You do?
Definitely.
I do too. I think just people just think they're entitled to play.
Yeah.
And they deserve stuff that they don't really earn, but because they think somebody told them they was good all their life, and at 6 years old, you're the best first grader or whatever in basketball, and
now they think they got it. They don't need to do nothing else.
Right. So they just think they're entitled, like the coach. You gonna put me on? What's the name? Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen because the decline of JV teams is gonna hurt basketball. And all sports in high school. Like they're really thinking about like taking the JV programs, some JV programs away because it's costing them money. So we had a discussion, right? In my class, me and a couple of people at Deer Park was talking about basketball. So we was talking about how when they go to, for instance, they go to St. Francis coaches don't really, from what I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, they don't really recruit for their JV team. They recruit for varsity. So I'm just like, well, how do you expect to build a program when only recruiting for varsity, right? Because I think no matter if we got 12 girls on varsity, right? And we just have some random girls that want to come out and just play JV, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still want to develop those girls because you never know what they're going to turn into.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You never know what they're going to turn into. And guess what else it does? I don't got to be out here trying to recruit everybody.
Yeah.
There's less recruitment for me if I can develop people. Like, I don't know. I guess people like, and I don't like chasing the same people. I guess people just out here like chasing the same I'd rather develop. But we was talking about that. So the one guy was like, my son ain't playing no JV. He ain't gonna never play no JV. He going straight to varsity. I said, okay, so what if there is no JV programs, and there's 20 kids out there, and your son is like number 15, but he ain't playing. So then what you gonna do? There's no more JV since you want to so bad about having your son playing on varsities because people like, well, I don't want my kid to play JV. Like, I don't. That's just me as a coach. I don't understand that, and I know a lot of people don't agree with my motto is that I need at least my freshman to play 1 year JV.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, I think that benefited y'all because how y'all got that camaraderie and played together because y'all was the future of the program. And not to have all y'all on the same team, I don't think it would have benefited you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think it would have benefited y'all. So that was the plan was to put y'all, and then if Tamaya would have stayed and wouldn't have moved away, that would have been y'all big.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That right there. Yo, man, Haas was talking about that all summer. And then she had to move. I'm like, goodness grief. But yeah. So, all right, that's some good advice you gave to the kids out there. So remember that, guys. You keep on working. It's very important that you keep on working. And you heard it here. You heard it from Milan. So just make sure you keep on working. So, Milan, anything else you want to tell our viewers and how they can follow you on it? Even though you don't put nothing on it. But how can people stay, watch you grow and watch you dominate at Newtown?
Well, I post a lot of like my highlights and stuff like that on Max Prep.
Okay.
So I just post videos of my highlights on there.
Okay. So y'all can check out on Max Prep. All right. All right, folks. Milan, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. I have no doubt you're going to continue to make big moves. I don't have no doubt because you're at Newtown. So keep doing your thing, man. And look, we got to be a dynamic duo. Like, we got to stay connected to the hip. So, with that, just keep on doing your thing, man. We'll be rooting for you. I'll be rooting for you on the sideline. Like, Milan, no, not that.
That's not rooting.
Bring that back out, shorty. Bring that back out. But I really appreciate you coming on, sharing your time, your inspiration, and your thoughts. I'm sure somebody will be inspired by your story, and it'll help somebody in our audience and our three people. One of them will get some help, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever, get some help. All right, so folks, that's it for today's episode of Full Court Rings, the Underdawgs Voice. Remember, every underdog has their day, and Milan is proof of that. Got it? So keep grinding, keep believing, and stay tuned for more stories from our young athletes chasing greatness. I'm Coach Q, and guess what? I'm out. Cool beans.